Time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
That's it. Right at the 80. Mike 27. Who that?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Gun. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On second down, McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort from minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here we go again.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On fourth down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. This is fielded inside the 5. Broken tackle. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 54. Watch the slant. Hey, rock. Let's go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
64. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Mike 5-4. Now.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
50, hey, team sit.
They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they? That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Set. Great.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
20.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Great.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Gun. Hey! What is it?
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Ready? 8, read. Hey, do.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
20.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Newton escaping the pressure right. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Now it's Newton. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, touchdown number 15 of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a path.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take it, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
36. Check it backer, check it backer. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
60 outlaw. Yo, faster. Alpha. Shoot.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. He'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kicked.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll look to throw. Going for it all. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Newton now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big deal.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Check 43.
Great. Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Cam's going to run the option right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Newton throwing again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing again is Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
He's crashing. He's down.
Now Joe Mixon. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 2nd and 2. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Great. Check 52.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
20.
It's a loss of 2.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. On the draw, it's Scarlett. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Newton completes it to Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Now Scarlett. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Newton eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
20.
3rd and 2, Newton. Flushed out right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try the air now with Newton. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.